So a lot of folks who own XRP very much interested in XLM too. We got some interesting insights here in the video to break down and to give you guys talking about institutional activity and XLM's price currently consolidating. We're going to take a look at all of this in the video, and Stellar itself still a big player in this game. Top 15 crypto, right around 10 billion in market cap, and we're eyeing this as a potential big player in the RWA sector, of course, for cross-border payments as well, more so away from the institutions and on the retail side of things. So Stellar XLM holders, sit back, relax, strap it down. We've got an unbelievable video for you, tons of great stuff to get into. Hit that like button for us. Drop a comment down below. Post XLM in the comments if you guys are bullish right now on XLM's outlook, Stellar's outlook right now, as we enter potentially the parabolic phase that could happen here in Q4, maybe into Q1. That seems to be the sentiment around the space right now. I am not selling my altcoin bags right now because Bitcoin continues to show me strength at these current price levels, just slightly above the 200-day moving average. That is something we're eyeing. If things change, you guys will know, of course. And let's get into it. Talk a little bit about Stellar XLM here. And again, as we mentioned, let me share my screen with you guys. Quite a few things happening in the space. We do have our private community up and rolling. There's a link down below if you guys want access to the entire full portfolio, exclusive video content, behind the scenes, my buy and sell alerts, all of that good stuff. Check out all the perks at the Patreon if you haven't already. But we're taking a look at the weekly chart here on Stellar. And yes, we've been coming down slowly since July, right? We've been sliding down on Stellar. But here at these price levels, right around the 31-cent level, we have some nice support. And we've showed off this support for a while, really in the last month or so. And Stellar, I think, is overdue for a reversal. And, a lot of it comes back to news like this. Stellar's XLM consolidating after breakout as volumes surge hints at institutional activity. So right here, it shows our key levels. Primary resistance still remains at 32 cents. Key support established around 31, which is where we are right now. And ascending trend structure with higher lows at 31 even, but we've got a descending triangle formation observed during the pullback with a sequence of lower highs. Upside target still remains 32 cents. If we break through that, though, that's when we could see XLM really take a climb. And Stellar's native token did climb up a little bit in the last 24 hours. The rally was supported by a series of higher lows, reflecting consistent buying momentum across sessions. And short-term charts show the token easing from its peak. The pullback formed a descending triangle pattern, suggesting short-term profit taking rather than an overall shift. With no major fundamental catalyst driving the move, technical signals remain in focus. But there's no doubt that the institutions are coming. And they're coming for assets like Stellar, in my opinion, like XRP, Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, SWI, AVAX, Litecoin, HBAR. A lot of these top 20 cryptos have ETFs filed. They've got institutional backing. They've got institutional partnerships. And I just don't think the institutions are going to stop with Bitcoin. They're not going to stop with Bitcoin and ETH. They're going to be filtering in some of these other top 20 cryptos first and foremost. XRP and Solana at the top for me because they have the most ETFs filed right now. But then you got to look at Chainlink, Stellar, SWI, Hedera, kind of within this RWA narrative. This is where I really want to point to, because this is what I'm doing. And listen, don't just take my word for it. This is not financial advice. I'm just filling you guys in on the moves I'm making. And obviously, you could see all of my moves at the Patreon. Again, check that out if you haven't already, because we're in a lot of different plays, and I'm trying to front run where the institutional money goes next. That's really what we're trying to do here. If we come back over here, there was an interesting kind of tidbit here. Wall Street giant JP Morgan to let institutions borrow against Bitcoin and Ethereum. I thought this was interesting. In September, they hinted at this, being a possibility, and you wonder if this is something that will come down the pike for other altcoins as well, some of the other top big players. But if you look at this 6 hours ago, how investors stockpiled Stellar XLM despite falling prices in October. Investor accumulation of XLM throughout October indicates long-term conviction rather than short-term price chasing. And according to DeFi Llama, the total value locked on the Stellar chain measured in XLM has surged to an all-time high, over 456 million XLM locked across various DeFi protocols. So if you look at that, XLM's price has dropped by 50% since December of last year, but the amount of XLM locked in DeFi protocols has increased 4x. This is a very positive sign. And what it shows is that, XLM short-term investors, they're selling. Long-term investors and whales are accumulating during these downtrends. So the TVL and exchange reserve data suggests long-term optimism. The negative funding rate reveals short-term selling pressure on exchanges. As a result, XLM's price could continue to fall a little bit short-term, but for some investors, that weakness presents an opportunity. Several investors believe XLM below 20 cents represents a huge entry point and a similar, setup for a potential bull run, similar to the one we saw in 2017. So that's kind of where we are. I mean, that's the general consensus. It's kind of quiet right now in the market overall as Bitcoin continues to kind of hang in here. And we're basically just range bound. We're waiting for the next big indication. If Bitcoin were to come down and close below 100,000 and stay there for a week or two, then my thesis changes about the altcoin season. But where we are right now at 110, I think it's just a matter of time until, again, not every altcoin runs, but the top altcoins run, the ones that have the institutional backing. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. If you guys want to go and trade with me in the intermediary, WEEX is a great spot to do so. They've got a welcome bonus up to 30,000. You've got some great benefits right now going on as well with WEEX. Just when you sign up using my link, you're going to get put into a free trading group as well through WEEX. So if you're looking for an exchange, got a bunch of options down there. But WEEX, one of my newest partners, happy to mention them here in this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back with more as more things develop. We're here for you every single day. Appreciate you all, and we'll see you in the next video.